Hi, welcome. I'm Beth. I want to share with you the progress I've made with regards to my IDP. I am revising an online stats course that I taught over this summer. This was the first time that I taught online. Basically, I was allowed to copy my department head's course, and I've been in the process of making it more of my own. The first item that I want to talk about is the web design. This is the third item on my IDP. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to fix this course to make it more easily navigated by my students. I felt that the course was the information that I wanted the students to have access to wasn't apparent on the website. So I wanted to fix that. I'm going to show you some of the changes. How I'm going to show you these changes is I want to toggle between the way the course used to look and the way the course looks now. So what you're seeing on the screen right here is the way the course looked in the summer. So this was the first time that I taught the course. Right here you will see this course information page. So I'll click on the course information page, and a lot of the important information for the course is listed there, like the syllabus, the introduction letter, the practice midterm exam, etc. And I didn't feel that the students would know what was listed there or easily find this information. Suppose I wanted to practice for the midterm exam. How would I know that that information was there? So now I want to show you what it looks like on the new page. First of all, I moved that course information tab up so that it's closer to the top, and it's one of the first things that the students will click on. So if you click on the course information page, then you're going to get a lot of that same information, but I feel that I've clarified or set up categories to help the students see what is there. So first you have that general course information, which includes the syllabus. This weekly due dates is new, where I tell the students what's due every week. The welcome letter, an introduction to myself. This is a link to a course tour, some homework tips, and some calculator tips. The midterm and final exam help is still listed here. So now it has this big title, midterm and final exam help, and I feel that it's, the students' eyes are drawn to that, and it's going to be easier for them to find that information. On the left here, I also have the link. So this is the page, course information. If I click on the general course information, that same information is listed here. It's just all the general course information on one page. I'm going to skip the chapter resources. I'll come back to it. Midterm and final exam help. It's all the same information. I just feel that it's organized a little bit better. The second item on my IDP and the second item that I want to talk about is communication, interaction, and collaboration. If you read my IDP, you'll notice that I wasn't happy with the interaction between the students. The students are very good at emailing me and asking me questions on the forums, but they're not very good interacting with each other. So I wanted to promote more of that sense of collaboration and interaction among the students. So here we are back at my website. This is the way the discussion board looked before. I'll click on discussion boards and you'll see there's a main discussion forum, and these are the posts that the students have to make. In this main discussion forum, these are the directions. Very vague, not very specific, not very encouraging. For the welcome introductions, students post an introduction of yourself to the class. The chapter 2 muddiest points, students post the most difficult aspects of chapter 2. It's not very encouraging, and it wasn't promoting interaction among my students. So now I want you to see how I've changed this. So once again, I'll go to the discussion board. I have a welcome and introduction section. I was doing some research and trying to look at ways to promote discussions in a math class. And this was one of the items that I found, which I thought was really fun and an interesting way for the students to introduce themselves. This 2 truths and a lie. So I thought that I would have the students by the Wednesday of the first week of class post 2 true and 1 false statements about themselves. And then the students could interact with each other and try to guess which of the statements was a lie. And then by Saturday, post which of the statements, replying to their own post, reveal which of their statements was false. I thought that would be fun and kind of interesting, and I think it would promote uh, some collaboration and some lightheartedness in the course. The students are usually the way they respond to this welcome and introductions, or at least the way they responded um, in the summer, is they just told me what their major was, and maybe they told me something they were interested in. And I thought this might be a little bit more interesting and a little bit more fun. I'd like some advice on how I could assign points. I don't know. I'd like to, if it was face to face, I could give a prize to somebody that guessed the most lies. I'm not exactly sure how I would do that online, and I'm really welcome to suggestions from you. I just wanted to show you a couple of the other discussion forums. So for calculator questions, I tell the students they can use that forum to collaborate with each other. I have tutorials listed right here. You'll see Mrs. Dunn's calculator tutorials, and these are screencasts that I have made myself of how to do some of the statistics on their graphing calculators. But I only demonstrate with the TI-84, and a lot of the students have other graphing calculators. Some have Casios, a lot of them have the TI Inspires, and definitely the students are more proficient at the Inspire than I am. I'm very proficient at the 84. So I want this to be a space where they can interact with each other. I tell them that I'm going to monitor this site, and I thought I could assign an extra credit point for any interaction among the students. If students post a question and then another student responds to that with some help, I can assign an extra credit point for that help. For the muddiest point posts, I've also revise those instructions. I think this makes it a little bit more inviting. Please use this space to post a few sentences about what you found difficult in this chapter. I'm asking them to interact and collaborate with each other. And once again, I am assigning an extra credit point if instead of posting a new question, they respond to one of their peers. I definitely think that this discussion area is definitely one of my weaknesses and something that I want to work on. So if you have any suggestions or help for me with regards to this, that would be great. The last item that I want to discuss from my IDP is the instructional design. I want the students to know what the learning outcomes are, and I want to show you how that looks on my courses. In the course I taught over the summer, it wasn't listed on the home page. It wasn't listed under course information. If you remember before, I added that to this new course. This is one of the revisions I'm making. So I have a tab for the chapter resources, and then for each chapter, I've listed the learning outcomes, and I have added tabs or links to some of the tutorials. These are tutorials, and then some videos. These are interactive videos where the students can learn how to do some of the procedures. So I've done this for each of the sections. I think what I need to do is I need to add what is required from each chapter as well. When I look at those QOCL, that rubric that we were looking at, I think that I need to make that a little bit clearer to the students. So that's what I'll be working on in the next couple of weeks. Thanks for listening. I hope this didn't go too long, and I'm looking forward to your suggestions.